This is one of the many battles that I had during my legendary Wood Elves campaign, and I had a huge problem with riots in my base settlement. Unfortunately, that's a common thing with all the legendary campaigns, disregarding which faction you're actually playing. I had minus 14 public order every turn that my main army was outside of my settlement, and this is one of the riots that happened while I was attacking other factions. So I wasn't really evenly matched in here. I mean, I was quite fairly outnumbered, and the enemy would have had a higher advantage in terms of strengths and units. But with smart play, I was able to win it. So I hit all of my units in woodlands. First of all, of course, it actually hides your units and makes them kind of invisible for the enemy. And on top of that, for Wood Elves, it provides several buffs that you gain from your lords as well as from your general units like Wave Watchers and Sorceresses. And on top of that, you get bonuses from researches that you do as Wood Elves faction. And it increases your defense, it gives you more ammunition, it improves your reload rate, etc. etc. There are quite a few bonuses which are important to remember and they shouldn't be neglected. So I positioned the bulk of my army in the back with my cavalry, including the eagles, being in the front, having the purpose of attacking the enemy and drawing their cavalry as well on that. I flanked all of my archers, so with infantry, so they wouldn't get charged by cavalry, which is a huge thing that you should be aware of for Wood Elves faction. I mean, it can be a big problem if you get your archers chased by cavalry, and probably cavalry is the first thing you should dispatch off when fighting enemy factions. So I started kind of guiding them and making them follow me in the direction I prefer, and this is one of the good strategies that you can do with cavalry archers. You can actually direct the enemy force in a way that will be more beneficial for you to engage. So either you could split the enemy force in two, if you're lucky of course, which I did in my previous video, and you can draw their cavalry, which is probably the easiest thing, and you can also stretch the enemy forces so that they will engage you one battalion at once or two battalions at once, so you won't have to fight the bulk of the army all at once, and you can dispatch them one by one. So you can see I've managed to get my cavalry away from their archers and actually start shooting their cavalry as well, but you have to be really careful. You don't want to get too close because you get decimated by archers, and if the enemy has archer units, which is not always the case by the way, in that case you have a huge advantage. But there's always some things we should be aware of while doing the kiting with Wood Elves or other factions. I mean, Norska have some ranged cavalry as well, which are quite useful for the purpose, and it can be a huge annoyance for the enemy to deal with. As well as Empires, they have Pistoliers as far as I remember. So, as you can see, the enemy cavalry start engaging me head on, with the bulk of their forces being behind, and I'm able to start killing out their cavalry. It's probably the most dangerous unit for me, since they don't have any magicians and they don't have any units that can cast some damaging spells, spell singers, or even branch rays. And the spell singers are probably more dangerous once they get to a higher level. Definitely more dangerous. They have more powerful spells that can do more damage, but it's not all the times that you get to fight Wood Elves once playing a Wood Elf campaign. It's something to be aware of. So unfortunately I had my archers kind of run in, because they kind of get scared, and I mean AI acts a bit weird with them sometimes. Even though they're defended by infantry, they start running around, and not in the directions that you would want them to run. So here I have my treeman general, who's a treeman and treeman unit, and they're taking the bulk of the damage, and all the archers are right now targeted at them, and I can slowly pull in the remainders of my infantry, who will receive a bit less of the enemy fire, hopefully. And probably Treeman and Tricken are my preferred infantry units, since they can soak up so much damage, and they can last for a long while your archers, particularly if you have Blade Vultures or more damaging archers that have they can negate enemy armor, so will have the bulk of kills and do most of the damage, while enemy forces are distracted by Treeman and Tricken. And I also managed to get rid of all the archers by distracting them. Not killing them, of course, but I managed to distract them quite well with my cavalry. I kind of lost a few of my eagles, unfortunately, but they did their purpose in disrupting the archer formation, and it bought me some time to deal with infantry. So here I have most of the enemy mill infantry kind of dealt with, and unfortunately I didn't have any wild riders in this game, in this battle, but I didn't have much time to prepare my defensive force, so I had like just general and natural unit in there, as you can see in the beginning. But wild riders are extremely efficient and effective in dealing with enemy archers, and I had quite a few battles when they managed to wipe out most of the archers quite quickly, since they have humongous damage potential and considerable charge bonus, particularly if you're using them as Ryan. As you can see, my general hardly took any damage, even though he was standing in the front lines. And that's a good thing about Treeman, particularly Treeman generals. They can absorb a humongous amounts of damage and kind of act sort of as a meat shield, I suppose, defending your archers for as long as the battle lasts, and you don't have to worry about your infantry getting killed too fast. And that's a problem I personally had with Wildwood Rangers and War Dancers. That's they kind of die a bit too fast, and you have to kind of micromanage them a bit too much, to be honest. But they can be effective in terms of scaling walls, so that's used for them. But in here, in this battle particularly, they didn't really last long. Once they got into the front lines and they started taking damage from the archers, the enemy archers. So I've dealt with most of the infantry, and I'm closing in with my archers to kill their archer units as well. Some of my cavalry has recovered, so I'm charging the enemy in the back to kind of not exactly kills them, but disrupts them as much as I can while my archers get in position and shoot the remainders of the enemy forces. And I've sent Tricken to chase those archers off a bit. And the 3 months that I had as well, while my general would deal with the enemy general, who quite conveniently was running out of ammunition. And fortunately, some of the enemy archers were running out of ammunition as well, so they wouldn't be able to guide me all across the map, which is a thing that quite commonly practiced with Wood Elf units, particularly Wave Watchers. It can be quite devastating to the enemy force if you don't have any cavalry, and if your infantry units are a bit too slow. If you have some speed boost with them, you can chase them, but otherwise it's going to be a pain for you to deal with. So I kind of had some of my units running off. But fortunately, I had some healing spells on the general, and I was able to recover some of them. But I think it was kind of most intense point of the battle, because we had just a few units left, and I still had to deal with archers in general. But luckily, well, it wasn't exactly my intention per se, but Treeman was able to chase all the archers far enough, so I wouldn't have to deal with them in general at the same time, and I wouldn't have to worry about my enemy units getting killed by their archers. And I was able to focus on the enemy general and kill him as fast as I can, disrupting the enemy morale. And the enemy archers started closing him back. Streaman unfortunately didn't last forever, and I've lost him to battle as well, but he was one of the defensive units in the settlement, so he would respawn anyway. It's not a huge loss. So then the general started losing the morale quite quickly. The enemy force was decimated after that. It was a bit intense by the end, but dispatching of the enemy general kind of turns the course of battle in my favor, and that particular type of general is quite fragile, to be honest, and particularly if you compare it to Ryan or Treeman. They do not last for that long. Those are Glade Lords, by the way. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If so, give the video a like and subscribe for my channel for more videos like that. I'll be doing the legendary campaign for Wood Elves for quite a while, and after that I'll go to Norska, High Elves, Dark Elves, and probably most of the factions as far as I can, until at least Total Warhammer 3 comes out, and all of those will be legendary campaigns. So thank you and have a great day.